Let's talk about fire and salt. This is going to be some more very, very high level piece of knowledge, a clue into something. Something along the path that I think has right up there with when I was explaining to people about, interestingly enough, certain types of tree barks that glow in the dark, that produce liquids that you can consume that will cause you to glow in the dark. Not necessarily, you'd have to consume a lot of it, but it's not that it can't be done. But nonetheless, there's a bounty of different plant lives that will produce a glow in the dark type of a glowing mechanism. Let's call it that. Which has something to do with fire. It's light and fire. It's very similar. And I talk about this with people in a way of saying you don't want salt, dead inorganic salts in your diet. Oh, here's why. It's not that you can't put these things in your diet, but it changes the color of the flame. It's not changing the flame itself. You're not burning. You can't just start a bunch of salt on fire. I mean, you can, but like the salt isn't fire. Let me explain it this way. The addition of the elements, the addition of the different types of salts, and we'll call everything a salt because, as they say, the salt of the earth causes the flame in you to burn differently. We could turn this into, as Zen likes to do, we play with how your auric field will look, how you, the things that you can see, the way that you smell, literally the way that other people can smell you. It smells like sulfur, it smells like this. So the tree itself, which when you turn it into a burning bush, a lot of stories and allegories here you can all go play with. The fire itself is only the color gets changed. What's occurring with that thing, and again, it's hard to call a fire a thing because it doesn't really exist. It's the thing that produces the shadow. You throw something at a flame and it burns it. The flame itself hits something that's dense, and there's the shadow cast behind the dense thing. This is a connection that goes even farther into combining your shade and your light, becoming the tree itself, burning parts of things. And you burn something and that ash can be reused for something. There's a whole lot of things to talk about here, but this is such high-level stuff for people. I'm just trying to explain it from the level of what salt is, and understanding that the consumption of salts in your body, inorganic salts, only is a benefit. And when I say benefit, I just mean when you clean your pots and pans, when you make your laboratory equipment crystal clear. It's always, beakers are always made of glass. They're see-through, and the fire doesn't burn them. It gives it a solid barrier between things that you can heat elements up inside. You would never try to work with something such as a salt inside of your laboratory. And here's a little note again. Your body is the laboratory. Your body is the temple. Your body is the alchemical retort. The thing that you see out there in front of you, that is your body. And until you clean those instruments properly, there's no reason to put more salt in. If you want to see a fire glow, sure, have at it. Hey, maybe I'll give you a different lesson in a few months on what salts to use, but I would never relieve that, release that type of information to people because they think they would be able to, oh, we should put some H3BO3 in our system because we want to be green today. But you wouldn't work for you. It couldn't work for you. It could work for none of you. I just used the guess. I don't know. Maybe a few 150 people on the planet that could actually use these substances and change their entire light body. But this is where you can get to go, but you have to clean your body first. This is why I talk at length about the power of what? The power of cleansing using water, using liquid, clear things. Use vodka. Clear your body. It cleans. You see it happen. You would clean the equipment outside of you. If you go to a hospital, they use alcohol to clean things. They sterilize things. If you use water, like water is a good step, but it's these clear liquids that clean the equipment that you'd be using in a laboratory externally. So internally, wouldn't it only make sense that you'd use the same kinds of things? And what are these made of? What is a? I mean, I took this a little bit to the left here, but here, have fun with it. Where are these alcohols made of? What are they made of? They're made of potatoes. They're made of grains. They're made of living organisms that created something that would clean. They're cleaning agents. I mean, you go back into the whole thing, the truth serum. It was always been alcohol. It cleans things out. Cleans the cobwebs out. Cleans the poison. It cleans your kitchen. Cleans your house. Whatever it might be. But then afterwards, when you clean everything up and you want to play with all of the different what's going on here, now you have a clue to what's going on in the world, then you can take all of these salts and you could use them in your body to make yourself flame different. Your whole system would be different. It wouldn't make any sense to do that with dirty equipment. It wouldn't make any sense to do that because you wouldn't see the result. It would be what the world does right now. And I'm going to explain it this way. We have a habit of saying, well, the sun causes cancer. We have a habit of saying, oh, well, that thing over there caused the issue, the malady. And in fact, it's never correct because we have so many sets of barriers to the way that we see how something works. That the direct sourcing of light and information goes through so many angles and dirty mirrors and this and that we go, oh no, that's the thing right there. But then you go behind that one, and you get to right to the source code is. You go, oh shit, well, just consciousness, clean the body, and then we can use these elements in a different way. You could, at 10 years old, if you've had a horrible diet, and I was like, hey, come here, eat this salt, it's not going to do anything for you. Consume this product. It's not going to work for many people. It's such a small number. It's pointless to even speak about, other than to say, hey, well, if you know that you're made of fire, you're made of sun, you're made of light, you are light, that you could alter your system by consuming a very small quantity of inorganic elements, meaning of the earth, of the dead world. You could consume the dead world and turn it into fireworks, into all the pretty colors. Walk over there, like, you just look like everything else, like, oh, but you're clean, like your body is just high, just boom, you're high test, like boom, whatever. It's like a funny car. You step on the gas and it goes. You go there and if your body's like that, you just consume one tiny little crumb of an element, and you would just go whew, on fire to any color you wanted. And that color would be, connected to a lot of different things, to consciousness, realms, etc., etc. But man, salts and fire. That's something for y'all to consider. And once again, just as a reminder, this goes back to my talks that I did on the different types of barks and How you can, how quinine is made. Look up quinine in my talks. I did a few of those. And how things become, they have a glow to them. And that we could, I could even bring this into why people tend to say, hey, you're kind of glowing. When you start consuming your urine, start recycling yourself and cleaning yourself, you start to get a glow about you. And we'll get into all that, and you dig into all that, but salts and trees and fire. Talk soon, y'all.